in the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 said to go, but I'm stuck here in the grass where the cold wind blows. Now the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Well, now there she goes, my friend. She's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away westward bound, far above the clouds and the sky, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here in the ground, as cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can an old freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. No, you can't jump a jet plane like you can an old freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. I want to welcome you to Made in Canada. These songs are songs that were written or performed by Canadian artists. This one that I just did, Early Morning Rain, was written and performed by Gordon Lightfoot. Originally performed by Ian and Sylvia Tyson back in 1965, but it was made famous by Gordon Lightfoot in 1966. And you're going to see that as I go through some of these songs today. But it's the Canadian artists that have made them popular. Such as the next one that I'm going to do, which was done by a band called The Band. This was written back in 1968. The Band was an original backing band to Bob Dylan. Then they became their own band. They're what they call the Canadian American band, where there was 4 Canadians and 1 American that were in this band. This song was number 41 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Songs of All Time, and this song is called "The Weight." Was feeling about 10:30. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook his head, and no is all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load of Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Picked up my bag, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. And you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses, there's nothing you can't say. It's just old Luke, and old Luke is waiting on the judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalie? He said, do me a favor, son, won't you stay and keep Annalie company? Take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. And you put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me and he caught me in the fog. He said, I'll fix your rack if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, won't you beat him when you can? Take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. And you put the load right on me. You catch a cannonball now to take you down the line. My bag is sinking low and I do believe it's time to go back to Miss Fanny. You know she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. Take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. And you put the load right on me. Wait by the band. For this next artist, she has been called Canada's Songbird, and no other song. I know she's done quite a few songs in her time, but this song has really defined who she was and who she is. Not originally written by her, but it was written by a man named Gene McKellen, who was also Canadian. This song was recorded also by the likes of Bing Crosby, Elvis Presley, and Loretta Lynn, but this one, she made it most popular. This song is by Anne Murray, and it's called Snowbird. Beneath the snowy mantle, cold and clean, the young bone grass lies waiting on its coat to turn to green. The snowbird sings the song he always sings, and sings to me the flowers that will bloom again in the spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too, and anything it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness inside, for the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't do. So spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue, and if you could, I know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that he'll only break my heart again should I return to stay. Snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. So spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue, and if you know, I know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if you could, you know that I would fly away with you. Anne Murray Snowbird. Such a wonderful, wonderful lady for a lot of Canadian music that's been out there. This next one has become a favorite of my kids, and it was a favorite of mine when I was a kid, and I believe it goes back a few generations. The song was originally written in 1893, and this one actually launched the career of one child performer named Fred Penner. And he, I remember seeing him in the University Theater here a few years ago, and every time that he sings this song, kids get up, adults get up, anybody who grew up with Fred Penner knows this song. And so I'd like to do this one for you. It is The Cat Came Back. Now, old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat which wouldn't leave his home. He tried and he tried to give the cat away. He gave it to a man going far, far away. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. It just couldn't stay away. Corner swore he killed the cat on sight. He loaded up a shotgun with nails and dynamite. He waited and he waited for the cat to come around. 97 pieces of the man is all they ever found. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away. A meow. He gave it to a man going up in a balloon. He told him for to take it to the man in the moon. The balloon came down about 90 miles away, and where he is now, I dare not say. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back, he just couldn't stay away. Meow. He gave it to a man going way out west. Told him for to take it to the one he loved the best. First the train hit the curb, then it jumped the rail. Not a soul was left behind to tell of the gruesome tale. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. It just couldn't stay away. Give me a meow. Now the cat was a possessor of a family of his own, with 7 little kittens till there came a cyclone. It tore all the houses all apart and tossed them around. The air was filled with kittens, but no one was ever found. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. It just couldn't stay away. Yes, the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. It just couldn't stay away. Meow. I know every time I play that song, it brings back a lot of childhood memories, so I'm glad I could glad I could share that with you. This next one that I want to do also has a tie-in to Fred Penner, and when I was at that show, this would have been about 15 some years ago. A buddy of mine and I were there, and he asked for questions from the audience, and so my buddy nudged me and said, "Why don't you ask him if he knows this song?" And I said, "Well, all right." So I asked him if he knew of this song, and he said, "Yes, I do. Do you know it?" And we both looked at each other and said, yeah, we know it. He said, "Well, come on up and sing it with me." So we said, all right. And this song that I'm going to do right now brings back memories for that, but it also is one of the most iconic Canadian songs, one of the most iconic Alberta songs that there is around. And it was written by Ian Tyson, performed by Ian and Sylvia Tyson. It was recorded in 20 minutes in their apartment building. But that always brings back memories. It's one of my mom's favorite songs. It's just a great song that he wrote. The song is entitled "Four Strong Winds." Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Think I'll go out to Alberta, weather's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go to working for. Still, I'd wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. If I get there before the snow flies, and if things are looking good, you could meet me if I send you down the fair. But by then it will be winter, ain't too much for you to do, and those winds sure can blow cold way out there. Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. I've been doing a lot of songs that have been from probably the 50s, 60s, 70s era. And what I'm going to do is actually from the 80s, but then also re-recorded in the 90s. And I'd like to do this one here. It was originally done by a guy named Bruce Coburn. It was recorded in 1984, and then it was covered by a band called the Bare Naked Ladies back in 1991. I actually thought it was done later than that, but it was done in 1991. So anyway, this is my version of the Bruce Coburn / Bare Naked Ladies hit, "Lovers in a Dangerous Time." the hours grow shorter as the days go by. We never get to stop and open our eyes. 1 minute you're waiting for the sky to fall, and next you're dazzled by the beauty of it all. Lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. These fragile bodies of touch and taste, this fragrant skin, this hair like lace. Spirits open to the thrust of grace. Never a breath you can afford to waste. Lovers in a dangerous time. 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 When your lover's in a dangerous time, sometimes you're made to feel as if your love's a crime. Nothing worth having that's without some kind of fight. You gotta kick at the darkness till it bleeds daylight. When your lover's in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. I'd be remiss if I did a Made in Canada special without featuring this band, one of my favorite bands that I know of in Canadiana folklore. And this band is known as Blue Rodeo, and this was one of their first hits that they did. Hearing them in concert and that, they do this song all the time in their concerts. And I've grown to quite like the song quite a bit. So this was one of the first ones they did. This was released back in the late 80s. And it's a song called What Am I Doing Here? On this useless night, with you so far away, I stand in front of this Ferris wheel, and I wonder, what am I doing here? And I wonder, what am I doing here? And all the drunks just stumble by and mumble their abuse. Tell me, what is the use? And I wonder, what am I doing here? And I wonder, what am I doing here? After so long, nobody's wrong. After so long, nobody's right. After so long, nobody's wrong. After so long, nobody's right. On this useless night, with you so far away, I stand in front of this Ferris wheel and I wonder, what am I doing here? And I wonder, what am I doing here? And I wonder, what am I doing here? This next song that I want to do is done by an East Coast band. It was written by a man named Jimmy Rankin of the Rankin family, and it was released in 1992 on one of the Rankin family's first albums that they did. And this song always, I've seen them do it live. I've heard it many times on the radio, and it just always sends shivers down my spine every time I hear it. And so I'm glad I can be able to do it for you for this presentation. And this song is called Fare Thee Well, Love. Fare thee well, love. Fare thee well, love, far away. You must go. Take your heart, love, will we never meet again no more? Far across, love, far across, love, the mountains and countries. Take my heart, love. Take my heart, love. No one knows the tears I've cried. So I'll drink today, love, and I'll sing to you, love, in Pomper's glory. My time I'll find, no homeward ties, love, a restless rover. If I can have you by my side, oh, come back, love. Oh, come back, love. The sun and moon refuse to shine since I've gone, love, gone away, love. This lonely girl has no peace of mind. So I'll drink today, love, and I'll sing to you, love, in Pomper's glory. My time I'll find, no homeward ties, love, a restless rover. If I can have you by my side, fare thee well, love. Fare thee well, love, far away. You must go. Take your heart, love. Take your heart, love. Will we never meet again no more? Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to this presentation today. It was a lot of fun to do. I know there are many Canadian artists out there that that could have been covered, and just only scratched the surface. But even songs that you might not even know were done by Canadians or Canadian songs, it's interesting to go back and take a look at that. So there's a lot of great music written by Canadians, performed by Canadians, and I'm really glad that I could just scratch the surface of that, and maybe we'll do another one here in the next little bit. So thank you very much, and please, if you can, visit online of all our productions and exhibits and everything that we have online. Thank you very much, and have a great day, and stay safe, everybody.